morning. Thank you very much for sticking around to Good Morning Uganda Friday edition. And we are off to other conversations, and we have creatives in the house. But before we even get into our discussion this morning, allow me turn to some of the comments that you shared with us this morning in our newsreel as we were discussing something to do with the youth and social media, trying to navigate a thin line between content and hate speech. We have a comment coming in from, this one didn't leave his name, from Francis rather. He says, it's true that there is a lot of violence on social media. This is because most individuals are not aware that all systems are used globally and locally and are internationally monitored. People get permissive to say whatever they want to say because they believe they are in safe locations and nobody knows them. People must appreciate using social media as a well-established platform for positive growth and impact. Thank you for your comment. Then this one says, good morning Chantal and our guests. I think such people do so in quest of likes and comments and stardom as well. So he wonders why nowadays people become popular over disgusting situations. I'll only go through two other comments. Most Ugandans interpret the right to self-expression and use of social media to violate the rights of others instead of using social media productively. This is Oyugi Polo. Thank you for your comment. This one says, thank you, Madam Presenter, for this topic of discussion. I'm Chigwe Livingstone of Ndeje Division in Reza. He says it's very unfortunate that most people, not only youth, but all media users nationwide, the government had thought of social media law. It is actually active. I think it was a good move. However, it never went through. Oh, really? Nope. The reason as to why people are being charged for hate speech is because of the law, by the way. And he says, I don't know how the UCC can regulate this, but it's something that we really need to work on. Then lastly, this one says, good morning. Social media should strictly be used to promote socio-economic, cultural and education issues. Social media has generally been misused in Uganda, where you hear X is abusing Y, this and that. In the Middle East, social media has been controlled and managed. I pity youth who go on social media insulting others, thereby promoting hate speech. Government should punish the misusers of social media. In Uganda, this is Odiom James from Bulisa. Well, thank you very much for all of your comments and views. And now we are off to a conversation. I have guests from Creative Thoughts. Now they're going to tell us more about Creative Thoughts. What is being done at the Creative Thoughts? And well, how can you be part of it? I'll start from my extreme left. I have a gentleman called Clement. I've been having issues with his name though, but now I have managed to get it right. Good morning and thank you for joining us. All right, now close to him is a lady called Maki. I want to believe Maki is not working with the Creative Thoughts or does not serve with the Creative Thoughts, but she's someone who normally goes for their sessions. Good morning, Maki. You're live on UBC.
I'm happy to be here. I'm the client from Creative Thoughts.
All right. So she's one of the clients of the Creative Thoughts sessions. Now, close to me, I also have Richard. Now, also Richard comes in from Creative Thoughts. Good morning, Richard, and you're live on UBC.
Good morning, UBC. Thank you for hosting us.
Okay. Now, the two gentlemen I have all coming in from Creative Thoughts, though you've not told me your positions at the place. And is it a company or is it just a creative hub?
Actually, we are co-founders of the Creative Thoughts Uganda. My colleague.
We are co-founders at Creative Thoughts.
Okay.
We pretty much do most of the work.
Okay.
From the content creation to the managing the business and instructing our clients.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of Creative Thoughts, I'll start with you, Clement. When you look at the Creative Thoughts, the videos that we're seeing on social media are pretty much about painting. You know, doing painting, some music, and taking some few juices and wines. What was the narrative, or what was the motive behind Creative Thoughts?
Yeah, the motive behind Creative Thoughts is pretty much all about art. Creating an inclusive space for everyone. Most often we find a challenge. People have a negative way how they perceive art. There's so much stigma around art. Many people think they can't create art. So we decided to create this company so that people can come and explore their creativity, no matter if they've painted before, just to boost their mental health, because the sessions are therapeutical. Like there's so much therapy in getting a brush and paint on canvas, creating something out of nowhere. Yeah.
Okay, and let me reach out to Richard now. Richard, Creative Thoughts. I want you to take us through the journey so far. When did you start with Creative Thoughts, and what has been the reception? Or maybe have you got any kind of issues along the journey of Creative Thoughts?
Our journey has not been that bad.
Okay.
We launched Creative Thoughts in August last year.
Okay.
And we are soon making our first anniversary.
Oh, okay.
So our first venue was Nawab Gardens, where we launched. Then after we got our current venue in Mbuya, Rivonia Suits. And we host our events weekly on weekends, Saturday and Sundays.
Okay.
And then on other days, you could just book us, tell us that you want an event with us, and then we make it happen for you.
Okay. And they're making a year in August, which is just a few weeks away from now. Let me now turn my attention to Maki. Now, Maki is a client, and like any other clients, that will definitely go on to appreciate a service and buy a product or even pay to experience a service, because these are memories you're creating, and of course also experiencing something, and also a chance for you to utilize this space to showcase your art skills and your coloring skills. Now let me check in on Maki. Maki, I don't know how many times you've been at Creative Thoughts, but how have you found the experience, and you know, what inspired you to even be part of you know, of appreciating this service?
So like I was one time on social media, on Instagram.
Okay.
I scroll through, I see some people like painting, and it looked like it was going to be like an enjoyable activity. So I contact them. I'm like, hey, how can I get you? They tell me where to find them. So I invite some friends of mine. I'm like, okay, let's go paint something. I felt like it was a way of distracting like my stress, like relieving stress off. And trust me, I didn't regret. I went, painted, took some wine, shared some conversations with friends. And it was really a nice experience. I've gone there like so far thrice.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Clement, let me get back to you here. For those who are wondering, how can they be part of the Creative Thoughts? Because it does seem like there is a fee attached, because this can be a free service. And then you've mentioned where you can be located, but again, I would prefer you reassure the guests, rather the viewers, on how they can find you, and then the prices for the service, and what other experiences that are attached to Creative Thoughts.
All right, thank you so much. So this is pretty much explaining all about that experience. So that experience, first of all, the dates, it happens every Saturday and Sunday. Other experience, other sessions, we usually host clients. We make a nice setup, an appealing setup for them. We offer a canvas, a blank canvas, where someone has to come and get paint and do anything, express their creativity on the canvas, as you can see on your screen. Yeah, so the experience comes with a glass of wine for those who love to have some wine. The experience comes with a cocktail, a mocktail juice. That's pretty much juice for anyone who doesn't take the alcoholic drink. Why do we have the drink? We incorporate the drinking part and the painting part together, so that we don't want them to have a plain experience like just painting. We want them to have a memorable experience, something they won't forget in their lives. Like they have to reminisce like all the time about that experience. So other than the painting, the drinking, we usually have games. The experience is all about networking. Yeah, usually people are home, depressed and what. So when you come to the sessions, expect to have a smile on your face. Expect some dancing you can see on your screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it is quite evident that you'll definitely get some smiles on your faces by not only looking at what you've painted, but also the beauty around the paintings. And besides that, let me get to Richard here. Richard, when you look at, I've come to notice with some of these paintings, I'm not good at art.
Yes.
I really can't draw. And if I'm given a pencil to sketch something, I'm really terrible at it. I don't know what happens there, because by the look of things, if someone is noticing from afar, you may think everybody there knows how to draw. Or someone may even be worried that if I go out there to sketch something, I may be terrible. So what happens? Tell us. Am I supposed to draw everything on my own and then color the paintings or something else?
First of all, what I can tell our viewers, our sessions are beginner friendly.
Okay.
Come knowing that you will do your painting on your own.
Okay.
And our instructors are professional in that they will help you to bring out your artistic skill that you didn't know that you have it.
Okay.
Yeah. And also the way you have said it, that you don't know if you will begin with a pencil or they are going to sketch for you.
The painting brush.
You will find everything on a table.
Okay.
And our duty is to just instruct you on how you're going to create that masterpiece that you have found on our sessions.
All right. Yeah. Now let me rush to Maki to get her parting shots as we are winding up with our conversation this morning. And Maki, what would be your message to, because I've come to realize that this is something that can also heal depression in one way or another, because you're thinking of something, you're sketching it out, and it is always beautiful for you to produce something that you've never thought of producing. So what would be your parting shots as we are winding up with our conversation?
My what?
What would be your final words or your parting message this morning?
Okay, I would advise everyone who is, you see, like, sometimes we are stressed.
Okay.
And like we've done everything, and we want to try something new that would really be different from the rest we've been doing. So my final shots to this is that I would love everyone to like try it out and get to experience this, because it's worth it. Trust me, you go paint, feel confident about yourself, have self-esteem, know that, oh, at least I've done something creative, because at the end of the day, you go back with your painting home, and every time you see it in the house, you're like, oh, I can do this. I couldn't think that I can actually paint. So it boosts your self-esteem and boosts your confidence. So I would advise everyone to try it out. It's worth it.
Indeed, indeed, it's worth it. Thank you very much, Maki. Now let me get to Richard. Richard, what would be your parting shots and a message to a viewer who is also interested in trying out the experience with Creative Thought?
To our viewers and to those who want to know more about us and those who want to know what they would expect from our events.
Okay.
Our events are relief stressing and mind-free. They are therapeutic. Besides having fun, dancing, they are therapeutic. And also, everyone is an artist.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I can tell you, that even if you have never done art at school, even if you have never painted anywhere, you can paint.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now let's check it out to, lastly, Clement, your message to a viewer, to a creative who would want to be part of the experience at Creative Thought.
Yeah, I'll start with a fun fact. 95 of our clients don't know anything about art. They actually come when they've never held a brush. And Creative Thought is not a space for only relieving stress. We are also a place to party, to have fun. So we usually do paint parties. We call them paint parties. And You can celebrate anything with a paint party. You can celebrate a birthday. You can celebrate a corporate event, like corporate events. Sometimes they usually invite us to have a fun bit, because you don't have to always be doing the serious things. You need to relax sometimes. So my parting shots, check us on social media: TikTok, Creative Thoughts Uganda; Instagram, Creative Thoughts Uganda; and everywhere.
All right. And there you have it. Is it, you said Rivonia Suits?
Rivonia Suits in Imbuya,
Okay.
just past the Army Barracks.
Again, the amount of money?
We pay 70,000 shillings.
Okay.
The fee comes with a glass of wine,
Okay.
painting, all painting materials, an instructor to guide you from step 1 to step last.
Okay. And there you have it. Rivonia Suits, 70,000 Ugandan shillings, Saturdays and Sundays.
And kids, 50,000.
And for the children, 50,000 Ugandan shillings. And well, it covers everything as you're moving out there. So for those of you, as we just concluded, the men is mental health. I've come to realize men rarely give attention to this. It can as well be a dating site, really. It can be a date kind of decision. You go on a painting date, I should say, and you try out something new. You have to keep it, be mysterious, I should say, as a man. Try something new today. So the weekends are there for you, and maybe you have a plot this weekend, or you didn't have a plan for the weekend. This is something that you can choose, and maybe you may find new people. You can hold conversations and learn a new skill each other day. The Creative Thoughts have been with us this morning, and we've been having these conversations. When we do return after the break, Chantal Oliver Canning returns with some entertainment news, as well as some movie recommendations. Later on, we shall have sports and more entertainment coming in from Fact Zamani. So stick around. It's Good Morning Uganda Friday edition.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Nyati Motion Pictures brings you Tuko Pamoja to the town or city near you between July and December. Don't miss Uganda. Tuko Pamoja.
Uganda, as we see today, never had a name. It had the regions that make it.
The battle for protecting the sovereign Uganda was lost in Dokolo.
Uganda, fortunately for us, is a confluence of all these races, the races of Africa.
Bunyoro would have simply created an East African community that we are looking for today.
The rulers of Bunyoro are actually Luos.
Genetically, we are even
Similar people.
We are one. Use that word Pamoja.
To get a ticket, call 0778 787 660. Tuko Pamoja?
Juko. Yo. Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the parish development model, PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, Sevatia. It is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a portrait project, and now
Joko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better. PDM, my parish, my...
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Good morning, Uganda Friday Special is what you are watching. Thank you for sticking around. Now we get into our movie recommendations this morning. Now the first recommendation is an upcoming movie that you ought to look out for. Now it's called 1992. This is an upcoming American drama film that is directed by Ariel Vromen. Thank you, yes, Vromen. And written by Sasha Penn and Vromen from a story of Penn. The film stars Tyrese Gibson, Scott Eastwood, and Ray Liotta. The working title of the film, April 29, 1992, refers to the first night of the 1992 Los Angeles riots, which is when and where the film is set. The title later simplified to 1992. Take a look at the trailer. Well, as we wait for the trailer to be playing now, if you are talking about a movie that stars Tyrese Gibson and also stars Scott Eastwood and Ray Liotta, you are talking about also Michael Beasley, you're talking about Christopher Emmanuel, and well, that is a very good cast that had been put together, or that was put together, and I'm looking forward to this one. Now, this one, the production was in August 2015, and it was reported that Ice Cube and O'Shea Jackson Jr. would star in this very same film. Unfortunately, by then it was titled April 29th, 1992, and this was with Will Parker producing, Donovan Marsh directing, and Lionsgate serving as the distributor. However, Cube's publicist released a statement confirming that the Cube and Jackson had no involvement in this very same film. In March 2021, it was announced that Vromen would direct the film, and in July 2021, it was announced that Gibson, Liotta, and Eastwood were cast in the film. And in September of that very same year, it was announced that Beasley was cast in the film, and the film was underway in Bulgaria and Los Angeles. And in February 2022, it was announced that Emmanuel and Arnold were cast in the film as well. And Collider reported that Liotta completed the filming of his scenes before his death, and that was unfortunately in May 2022. Now, the next movie recommendation that we would be having is Boneyard. Now, Boneyard is a 2024 American crime thriller film that was directed by Asif Akbar, produced by Colin Betts, Asif Akbar, and Vincent E. McDaniel, and it stars Mel Gibson and 50 Cent. It is based on the West Mesa murders. The film was released in select theaters in the United States. That was as of June 2024, and was released on video and on demand. That was on July 2nd. So this one is already available. You can catch up on it. You can go anywhere and you can download, or you can watch it from wherever you usually get your movies from. The movie is Boneyard, and well, any movie that stars 50 Cent, or also his real name is Curtis Jackson. So any movie that stars Curtis Jackson, I definitely want to take I really want to see how that movie ends. So yes, that is a movie that you can watch. Now, the very last recommendation is also an upcoming movie. Now, this is called The Killer's Game. Now, The Killer's Game is scheduled to be released in the United States on September 13th, 2024. And it's an upcoming American action comedy film directed by J.J. Perry and written by Rand Ravik and James Coyne, based on the 1997 novel of the same name by Jay Bonanciga. The film stars Dave Bautista, Sophia Botella, Terry Crews, Scott Adkins, Pom Clementif, and Ben Kingsley. Now, this is definitely one to watch. So come September 13th, this movie is going to be released, and I cannot wait to remind you, because with such a cast, you are definitely headed for a great movie. Now, that's it for our movie recommendations this morning. And guess what? I am still here in studio with Sir Fact Zamani, and he's going to be telling us about the 20th of July 2024, what is happening and where. Zamani, once again, welcome to the show. I have enjoyed your performances earlier, but now I want to know, 20th July, you have something coming up, and now I need more information.
Thank you so much. 20th July, I have my it's a party. I call it a party. It's a show at Tales Gardens Bukoto, at Chisasi, at Sasi Bukoto Road.
Yes.
We pay 20,000 for the general, and then 500,000 for the tables.
Okay. How many people per table?
5 people per table.
Okay.
The table comes with a bottle of a drink.
Of someone's choice?
Someone's
or
choice.
do you have a limit to work with?
No, not choice, but you know, I can't mention which type of drink because of the region. What?
Right, yes.
Yeah, but there is a drink.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. And now the question is, 20th July. What time are we getting there?
In the morning.
Hey.
Because you know,
it's a day thing.
Yeah, Bachiga are part of my fans. For them, they like coming early. For them, actually, some of them will sleep at the venues. You have to come as early as you possible. Yeah.
You possibly can. So on the 20th of July.
20th of July, we are all going to
Tales Bukoto.
I have a very big lineup of artists who are pushing me. I have Antansime. I have Omega 256.
Right.
I have Truth 256. I have a lineup of almost 30 artists, 10 MCs, 10 DJs.
The ones you've majorly mentioned seem to be coming from a certain route, like that is like the western side. Now, I would love to know if we have some acts that are going to be coming from the central side that are going to be mixed up in there for us to maybe to have like a bit of variety to work with. So, and also I would love to know. You said we come early, but specifically at what time do the gates open that day?
And the other artists, I have very many friends from different regions. And I haven't confirmed with them, but they are willing to come. Very many people will come, very many artists will come, but I haven't confirmed with them because of the other gigs they could be having.
They could be having, yes, that is true.
Yeah. So
and usually media downwards or upwards is usually crazy with people being booked out.
But I'll be unveiling most of them this week, this last week, because we just have 1 week to go.
Yes. Okay, great. And when I need you, how do I get you on social media? How do I look? What name do I put, or how do I get in touch with you? And where do I get these tickets from? Are we paying at the gate, or I can go somewhere and pick a ticket?
Tickets are available at smarttickets.com.
Smarttickets.com.
Yes. They are available at 20,000. Actually, we had early birds, but I think early birds are done right now.
Yes.
And you can get me on my Facebook account, Safak Zamani, TikTok, Safak Zamani, YouTube, everywhere. You can go there, subscribe. You can get me there. Even when like you can call, you can talk to me there. You can inbox me on WhatsApp anyway if you want a ticket, and I can deliver it. I have a team who's going to deliver the tickets.
Okay, great. Yeah. Any last thing you would love to say before I leave you to perform the last song?
I just want to call people. I just want to emphasize this. I want to call my people. Whoever is seeing me right now on TV, July, come and support me at Tales Gardens Bukoto, 20th of July. 20th of July. It was Gaza weekend. We are counting it down. Please, I'm using my mother language because that is most of my fans.
But you also know, being a Bantu-speaking country or a Bantu region, some of the words they can actually know that he's saying Bantu Bange, Bantu Bange. So definitely the message has sunk in. So thank you so much, Factor Money. I'm going to be leaving you to give us your last performance. And when Factor Money is done, we'll be having the sports with Sonko and Ruben. However, please, on the 20th of July, all roads lead to Tales Bukoto. Make sure that you come and support Factor Money. The lineup is great. I am personally excited for how that act is going to turn out. So stick around and let me leave you with Factor Money.
Kuleba mama ngokuhikayo mama yambuza goguwisha noha nkamujira mama joru nakuletera kazana ngoguniwe wanjo usimire ounyiro mubinji mama kangwata mukono yantarubashu yabanza yambuza atwitu mutabani ubandize wabuza mama kangwata mukono yantarubashu yabanza yambuza atwitu zamani ubandize wabuza mama kangambira akangambira naremwa kuwulira mama kangambira ogwo mwana n'omuyaye akangambira naremwa kuwulira obujanyi tukabumala akangwata mukono yabanza yambuza obujenyi tukabumara twatandika olugendo rw'amaka kuko omukazi akahinduka yayefuura nyineka akaba takasimura n'enju nangwa n'okuteeka bitu mutabanyi mama kangambira ogwo mwana n'omuyaye akangambira nalemwa kuwulira mama kangambira samani n'omuyaye akangambira nalemwa kuwulira obujenyi tukabumara twatandika olugendo rw'amaka konko omukazi akahinduka yayefuura nyineka akaba takasimura n'enju nangwa n'okuteeka ogweyeguka bugwo kusiba hasimu awatisapu leero bwira agenda omubara kuzina n'abashiija kyamunana owulira kodi munyineka yija ogasinzire wenalesize wenakazire omwana sinzire wenalesize wenakazire mama kangambira ogwo mwana n'omuyaye akangambira nalemwa kuwulira mama kangambira mwana n'omuyaye akangambira nalemwa kuwulira mama kangambira mwana n'omuyaye mama kangambira akangambira nalemwa kuwulira akangambira
Pick of the day on UBC.
One-on-one with Michael Jordan Lukomwa.
A weekly face-to-face conversation focusing on accountability, inspiration, information, sensitization of the public from the various sources, such as inspirational profiles.
Having disability is not inability.
Every Friday 9 p.m., it's one-on-one with Michael Jordan Lukomwa.
Don't you see anywhere that you would give a credit in the fight against COVID?
My role as the owner of the country is not to, be preoccupied by giving credit to my servant.
We have said that if we are to talk to General Museveni, there must be certain conditions in place.
Is it true that you paid 5 million shillings?
You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks. Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000 or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21# and select daily or use the MyMTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
Nyati Motion Pictures brings you Tuko Pamoja to the town or city near you
between July and December this year. Don't miss Uganda's beautiful stories from east to west, north to south in Tuko Pamoja.
Uganda, as we see today, never had a name. It had the regions that make it.
The battle for protecting the sovereign Uganda was lost in Dokolo.
Uganda, fortunately for us, is a confluence of all these races, the races of Africa.
Bunyoro would have simply created an East African community that we are looking for today.
The rulers of Bunyoro are actually Luos.
Genetically, we are even similar people.
We are one. Use that word, Pamoja.
To get a ticket, call 0778 787 660. Tuko Pamoja?
Juko.
Yo.
Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the parish development model, PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, Sebatia. It is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a portrait project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better. PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
To Good Morning Sports, and this is now time for us to get into the sports updates here. Friday edition. I have Ruben Pima Chirango with me this morning as we get into some of a fun-filled weekend from basketball, local football, continental football, and of course the Euros and Copa America. So we have a very action-packed weekend ahead for all the sports fans out there. Thank you very much for sticking around though, and it's now time for us to check into the world of sports. Good morning, Ruben.
Morning, how are you, Sonko?
I'm doing okay. How is your Friday? The weekend is here. Today we've had a huge lineup of...
There's this man called Zamani. My mind went to Hapo Zamani. There's a song called Hapo Zamani by Miriam Makeba. So whenever I read Zamani,
you remember?
I go to Miriam Makeba, the lady who originally sang Nakei Nairobi before Miriam Bell came in. I also have another version.
I will lie to you if I know anything about that.
So I am happy. I am really fine. I can't wait for Friday. I was asking Chantal in the morning where are the best places for outing, and
you're gearing up for
you know, at my age, sometimes when you go for a dinner, you feel like you're rebranded.
You're going back to your youthful state.
So I was asking her the best places. She was telling me somewhere around the Interpol. Said, okay, maybe I should check in and see if they're the best places. If they have short dresses and juice.
I want to believe they do.
But Sonko, the message came in here from a guy called Stephen. Stephen is actually from Zombo. Sonko, there's a message that I've just seen here on our WhatsApp platform.
Okay.
Stephen says that, good morning, Ruben. I am Stephen from Amuriat. I'm Stephen Amuriat from Zombo. Amuriat is the FDC president.
I think that one is also an aspiring one.
Okay, because they share the name Amuriat. Says that I like your sports. I always tune in whenever it's your time. I do. Okay, but Stephen, thank you so much for watching UBC TV. And hopefully, if you're around Kampala, we would have actually had a chat with him. He comes in, we discuss something like sport because he loves sport.
He loves sport.
But anyway, I'm glad to be here and I'm happy to be here.
Chantal was saying the areas, the hotels and restaurants in Kololo also have something more than even the shirt dresses. So you will like the experience.
Now I'm going to ask Fiona. Fiona is my second in command. The twice
to see whether
the twice to check out and see
before you turn up. But besides that, Ruben, we have some local basketball. Last weekend you shared more. The local basketball league is up and running, which means the local basketball lovers should be looking out for some action. What are those games that they have to look out for, especially when it comes to the women and the action today and tomorrow? Yeah,
of course, on Friday, like you see on your screen, we have today or tonight in Lugogo at 7 p.m. The Rangers will take on the Miracle Ravens. No. My Leopards, that was Wednesday. Okay. I was doing Wednesday fixture. The Friday fixture, that is at 7 p.m. The Leopards will take on the Jaguars, the team that is led by Sudi Ulanga. Then, of course, we'll have the Panthers against the Cannons. The
UCU Cannons.
Yes, I've got to catch this game. I might miss out on the Panthers game, Leopards game, because of other engagements. Yes. But I've got to be ready.
I've come to realize with Friday, every 9 p.m. is the biggest game.
Yeah, it's the biggest game, and it's just where the crowds is full in capacity. At those time, I was actually watching when Kawuzu actually just was asking me, the people who were next to me. There's a fleet of wags around me,
and he was asking, he wanted to also make some.
And I told Julius, just have to come to Gogo and see how much we enjoy.
Yes.
I mean, just imagine sitting next to a flower, and you would always enjoy the game. You see, flowers are many, and we love flowers as men.
I think that is what caught Julius's attention by just looking at the images.
No, that picture where I was seated next to George and Kurunzinza. Behind us were so many people, from Jeff Omondi to beautiful, the flowers. So Julius's interest were the flowers. Not Jeff Omondi.
He wanted
he wanted the flowers.
The flower. Julius, you need to be at Lugogo this Friday.
That picture, and I told him that you can always come in and watch the games, because it's fun when you sit and watch the game. And when the fans make that band, when they make that noise, you will
also love it.
Yeah. So tonight or today we have the Cannons taking on the Panthers. That will be at 9 p.m. And of course tomorrow there will be 5 games. Tomorrow the Lady Dolphins will take on the Lady Tomahawks from UPDF. Then the UCU Lady Cannons, that's the ladies team, will take on the Magic Stormers. The Miracle Ravens will take on the KI Rangers. That will be game 2. Because game 1 was actually on Wednesday, where the Rangers won. So they're going into game 2, best of 5. So game 2 is tomorrow. That will be at 2 p.m. I don't know where Robert will be tomorrow at 2 p.m. But if he asks me, I would love to have him at Lugogo to watch the games.
He will be his favorite.
So.
Ruben, besides the basketball, we have some Sekafa Club Championships
that is
ongoing.
True. You know that diverts me. Yeah, true. We have games, but I was giving a fixture of tomorrow. Allow me, please.
Okay.
But we have the Oilers will take on the Rockets. That will be also tomorrow at 4 p.m. And at 6, the Titans will take on the Jaguars. That will be the men's.
Meaning Saturday is a full marathon of
it will be in
basketball games.
So about the Sekafa, we have games that will be played. Of course, today at 1 p.m. Coastal Union will take on JKU. Then Al Wadi will take on Decatur. That will be at 4. At 6, Villa will be in action. Uganda Zesty Villa. The Kagame Cup will be in action against Singida Fountain Gate. Then at 9, APR from Rwanda will take on El Merreikh from Sudan. Those will be the games in the Sekafa tournament.
Okay. Ruben, on Sunday there is a big game. The English media is having lots of stories to write. I don't know if they happen to lose the game on Sunday. They will have so many stories to write ahead of the week.
Actually, I was watching Sky Sports at midnight before I went to bed, and I saw one pundit asking a question, is it coming home?
They love that question every other tournament.
They line up the fans there who are with their beers. You know,
they're all saying
they love beers. So they're all saying that it is coming home. Finally, it is here. And for me, they've got to beat Spain. They've got to play at their best to beat Spain. I mentioned it here in the morning yesterday that and look at the midfield of Spain. I mean, Rodri seems to be the conductor of that midfield, and Declan Rice and Kobe Mainoo have got to be at their best to stop Olmo and Rodri. And I don't see them doing that. Then the front three of Williams. Then they have the forgotten Morata. who is so fast and who knows where the goal is. And then there is the kid, the 16-year-old. Yamal. So I think Kyle Walker might have the pace at right back, and of course, the player from Arsenal, Bukayo Saka, who plays left back. But I think Luke Shaw must return as a natural defender.
In his natural position.
Yes. So if you place Saka there, it's going to be skinned by Yamal or Williams. So they've got to be at their best. But of course, even England as the players, Spain must be worried of Harry Kane and whoever comes to partner him.
Okay.
So even when look at James Foden, or Phil Foden, why do I call him James Foden? Phil Foden.
And on the screen there are some of the head-to-head matches.
Yeah,
it does seem like the both of them have had a share fair of wins against each other.
Spain is like Brazil. They can show up in a final and you don't feel that they're Spain.
True.
They will play different football. But I was telling you that even Spain with Carvajal, Nacho in the back, they've got to be worried of Phil Foden and Harry Kane.
Yes.
And not forgetting the Real Madrid star, Jude Bellingham. So it's going to be a tough game for both teams. But for me, what I know is Spain keeps the ball. They will keep the ball. They will have the possession. And England will just wait for the counters. So if they get the counters, just switch the ball in the wings, cross to Harry Kane. It's a goal. Boom, it's a goal. If you don't do that and want to play like Spain, you'll be beaten. You'll be beaten. Wow. So don't play like them. Just play your typical English football. Route one football. Get the ball from Pickford, kick it around to, let's say, Ivan Toney, head it down, to Harry Kane score. Go and defend.
We shall wait and see if the English will finally take it home. Because it has been a huge time for them winning an international trophy since 1966, when they last won a major trophy, the World Cup, and it was at home.
Yes.
So, will they do it on foreign land? We wait. But Spain gearing up for that particular trophy. But besides that, there's also another final in South America. That is Argentina up against Colombia on Monday morning. I think it will be 3 in the morning.
I think Argentina in the driving seat. Yes, Colombia is a good team, but Argentina has Messi. Argentina has Lautaro Martinez, Julian Alvarez. I believe they're the favorites to win this game, though. In South America, you never say never. A team can show up and disappoint you. So it's a good game. Those who love their football, and I believe that those two games, Colombia, Argentina. No, the game actually ended 1-0 for Argentina. What are we talking here?
Head to head.
Okay, it's head to head, right? Yeah, true. So I believe that Argentina with Messi and they're being defending champions, they know how to do it. Yes. They'll negotiate that win, and they might get the win against Colombia.
Wow. So it's going to be a tough game. And by Monday, we shall have known the winners in South America and the winners in Euro.
The weekend is here. Where are you going for the weekend?
For the weekend, I have an event to attend today evening. Okay. Luckily.
I thought you were giving Chantal an appointment.
Not today.
Not today.
I think she has her own appointments.
Okay. From the dwarfs or the tall ones?
She has a date.
A date.
And she says not from a dwarf.
Hopefully it's not from a dwarf.
She says no to dwarfs.
No chirabo.
No chirabo. And to you, our dear viewer, thank you very much for being part of the entire week of the broadcast. On Monday, we shall be back with the full team to inspire Ugandans. Keep it UBC and more. Have yourself a blessed weekend and a good morning.